Alright, and welcome here to the Ramble, predicting here for WWE pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. This should be an interesting show. Many different reasons, many different ways. But so I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the many, many things. I'm just looking forward to fans again. And that being a normal. I mean, it'll restart on SmackDown with fans coming back to the arena. It's like I'm having a celebration milkshake here. Last night, Milwaukee Bucks getting the win, one game away from winning an NBA championship, and I still can't believe. It's almost like gotta slap myself to make sure it's real that the Bucks are a game away. On Tuesday, I'm definitely wearing my Milwaukee Bucks merchandise. Yes, I finally, for those that do know me and have been watching my channel since its inception in summer 2010, so we've been here for 11 years. Um, I think it was in July, maybe it was even in June. I don't remember the exact date. Um, but pretty much hit my 10-year anniversary last year, 11-year anniversary this year. But the point is, if you've been following me for that long, let alone in general, obviously the Bucks haven't been in the finals during my whole time as a podcaster, during my whole life as a person or as a human being on this earth. But so for the Bucks to not only be good, because they have been good in the past, they've been good back when I was younger. With the big three we had back then, excuse me, sorry for that, of Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, and Big Dog Glenn Robbins. An offensive firepower we had then, and a team overall that, even watching as a kid, felt that we had a good chance to do something. We just went up against Buzzsaws in the East. And either didn't make the playoffs or made the playoffs and didn't do much. But now, making it to the finals, trying to get our second championship ever. I do have much respect for the Suns, though. And if they were facing anybody else but us, I obviously would be cheering for the Suns hard. For Devin Booker, for the Suns fan base, because I know a few of them, personally and impersonally, through YouTube and otherwise, but then also some personally. The point is, we'll be rooting hard for the Suns if they weren't facing my team, and that is God's honest truth. The Lord knows that. But here with the Milwaukee Bucks, we're one game away. Can we close it out? Wisconsin sports fans have been dangled the carrot in front of us, whether it's football or otherwise, of getting to where we want to get to in regards to championships and falling short. Whether it's in a sport that has a series of games for playoffs, or in the NFL, which is a one-game season, a one-game series. So that's just how it is. The point is, whether it's a series type of platform of playoffs or the one game, that's how it goes with the NFL. Either way, shall be interesting. That's for sure. Yes, welcome to my humble abode. As you see my house, or not my house, but part of my house. Blanket here, and I love that painting right over there. If I can do that right, and over here. The Tiki Man. Oh, but anyways, hope you all are doing well. Also, want to let everybody know that check me out. Actually, you know what? I know I'm just thinking about this now, so I do apologize that I'm doing this in the middle of the show. But I did want to share. Hold on here. Right here, you can find me in regards to right there. Anyways, there you can find me for a show that I will be hosting each and every week. I'm proud to be part of Esports Radio family and part of everything there. Just started, came aboard a couple of days ago, came out of nowhere. Yesterday morning I woke up just to enjoy my Saturday, get ready for the Bucks game. I was going to be a guest, and which I still was, on a good friend of mine's on his podcast that talks Washington football, but the Washington football team on his Instagram Live, which I was a part of at 6 p.m. Central that night. But a little bit earlier in the day, got to sit down and talk to the CEO of Esports Radio, CEO to CEO, in regards to me being CEO of the Red Light, or not Red Light, but of the Sports Talk Network here that you see here on YouTube. Um, and I'm part of the team. They definitely showed interest and want to be part of something that can become something. That can become an actual household name, a name brand, period, right? And one of the battling the big guns. It can be done, right? So every company had to start somewhere. Whether it's my own to grow into something or his to grow into something and me be part of that. If it grows into something grand, I'm staying obviously with him. And Sports Talk Network here might have to be adios at that point. But even if so, that's fine because I still get to do what I love to do. We'll do it as a paying job then for that company. And as a former, and then at that point, as a former CEO, be able to have shows and whatever. That's kind of what I would actually do want and hope in regards for his network, just as much as I always hope for my own network. He's a very smart individual. There are many shows out there. Definitely should check out, but definitely check out those two Twitter handles, and from there you can find all the other shows. Because of course we all follow each other in regards to the shows and the awesome hosts as well. So, and I'm getting to know them because again, I've only been on the team hired, um, freelance hiring in a sense, for under 24 hours, and already have had a lot of interaction with the team. So that's even great. Even had some interaction with some friends that are fellow podcasters, wishing me luck in this adventure. Because I told them about it too, so they'll be listening as well. Beyond them still supporting me here at Sports Talk Network, doing my thing. Um, but yes, I look forward to all of that. Hold on. Hold on just a minute. I'll be right back. But yeah, I just wanted to show that and share that as well. Sorry, I just got a notification that the Brewers are changing their start time to their Tuesday game so it doesn't conflict with the Milwaukee Bucks Game 6. That can be a clincher for them. So there you go, Idaho. If it was the other way around, and it could be clinchable for the Suns, they probably would just went by that way. So Bucks fans can enjoy the Brewers if the Bucks are going to lose the series that night. But it's the opposite way around. So there you go. But no, I just want to share that again on Whisk Show, IESR, spelled exactly that way. And then, of course, the Esports Radio show handle itself, or company handle there, that you can follow both. Welcome to. So, and my shows on there will be weekly. Okay, so they'll be weekly, and they won't be here on YouTube. His network goes actually on Sprecher, not to be confused with Bottle Rip Beer Sprecher. Sprecher Rip Beer, which is Faboose. But here on Sprecher Radio, that's where the shows will be for mine. We'll be setting that up, and I will show all the links to that out there on that Twitter handle and otherwise. So I just wanted to show that and share that as I finally get rid of that there. But overall, looking forward here to the WWE show. Sorry, just someone else just let me know they wanted to be on the show, so I have to send them a link here while I'm live. All right, let me get away from these banners. But no, let's start actually talking about the pay-per-view. So sorry, talk about so many other things here in the first few minutes. Because that's how it usually goes. And I really do want to share about my new job and new things that I'm doing. So I'm very excited for it. Actually, later on today, we'll be setting that up. I would assume we're setting it up on Sprecher, the official page, or for the official page being created for the show. And maybe setting up some other things. Who knows? I'm already added to more and more group chats, so that's even better. I love group chats in general, whether for fan bases or alike, to talk to more people. So I love to do interacting with others. So I love broadcasting and journalism in a sense. So there you go. All right, especially in this vein, or in this light. So let's head into talking about Money in the Bank. We'll start, and we'll go through all the matches, and then the Money in the Bank ladder matches. I know I should end with the WWE Championship match, but, well, actually, you know what? No, we'll just go in order, as you see here on WWE.com for Money in the Bank 2021 edition. So, again, welcome, everybody. Finally, again, welcome to the predictions for Money in the Bank 2021 edition. That shall be grand. You can't do it better than the 2021 edition of a pay-per-view, right? I guess you can't, especially if you lived through 2020 and no crowds, silence, and you could literally hear each move the wrestlers made, and the hitting on them hitting on the mat and moving around, squeaky shoes and all that, which is somewhat cool for a geek like me in regards to wrestling, but then also not as a viewer of the show. And then they tried to have the NXT superstars or the newbies or just NXT superstars, period, being the fans, right? And otherwise, that I guess was something, but. And then the Thunderdome. I think the Thunderdome was a good idea, right? And as someone like me that has never ever been to a WWE show yet of any kind in person, I haven't been to a house show, haven't been to a pay-per-view, haven't been to a Raw or a SmackDown of anyone, of any type. So, whether it was financial reasons, unable to reasons, or when I was younger, my parents didn't like me watching wrestling, so they wouldn't support that much reasons, but which I respect, I can get why they felt that way. I might not agree, but I respect it because they are my parents and I love them forever and for always. And then even as I was older, I was in the military, so I was gone a lot. So I had the money to then, but I just not able to while I was living in Hawaii. But so technically, I was able to go to many shows. I went to like 6 to 8 Raws in a row to the Thunderdome, right? Because it's easier and it's free, I guess, in regards to cost. Just the only cost was your time, of course. But anyways, I enjoyed being part of the Thunderdome. I was actually quote unquote front row a couple times in regards to on camera. One was Sasha Banks Bailey contract signing on a SmackDown. Drew McIntyre after SummerSlam, beginning of the show. Excuse me. And another time where I wasn't like quote unquote front row, but I was like front row, meaning in regards to camera side in the middle, so like upper front row in a sense. There on the video boards for the Hurt Business promo segment on Raw a bit ago. So yeah, so can you do? So can anything be better than a 2021 edition of a WWE pay-per-view? Maybe obviously in the past or moving forward, but in comparison to 2020 and how those were in regards to fan interaction and viewing experience in person otherwise, I don't think so. And I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank because to me, Money in the Bank should be, and it seems like WWE has in the past few years, pre-COVID and in general, have given Money in the Bank more pedigree in its own right. And being a top 5 WWE pay-per-view event, I really, 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 really do believe in that. And I really think that with that, it's going to be even better. I really think that the more and more WWE shows that carrying in that is even better. And that's just a fact. So I just can't wait for that in regards to that because it's going to be awesome. I mean, you don't even know. Also, shout out to Rambling Radio, where I might be a guest sometimes, or maybe even be a fourth co-host. Who knows? That's part of the Esports network there, Esports Radio network. And I look forward to hearing their thoughts on my thoughts, and also their thoughts on their thoughts. Their actual thoughts in regards to Money in the Bank, whether they already done a prediction show or not, or if they don't cover WWE and they cover other sports and wrestling. I would assume they do. But my point is, I look forward to hearing their thoughts, and I look forward to hearing their feedback because I've been talking a lot about my new network I'm part of, so I'm sure I'll be hearing about it in DMs from people in general about this is their first time kind of watching me hosting a show of my own, yes, but still a show, which I will still bring the same grace, respect, and information when I do my Wisconsin show for the network. So, on this record. And since I won't be on video, because I think that's all going to be different. Unless it is video. Either way, that'll work. But the point is, it can be interesting. It can be fun. can't wait to start talking Wisconsin sports as much as I love and have passion for talking WWE with people, whether part of that network or here in my own network. So I'm excited for Money in the Bank. Like, we're 20 minutes into this prediction show, and I have yet to do yet a prediction yet because I was talking about the other stuff and doing some house cleaning there in the beginning. But that's just what I wanted to do. And also, did want to share all that of my thoughts, and especially if I'm having a new audience coming here this morning, or whenever you do view this, if you're viewing it live, if you are, leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't be shy. I always like to interact with people live just as much as afterwards. And if you are new here, welcome to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ring the bell, like the video, however else, that always greatly is appreciated beyond just commenting and stopping by. I always like to know who are the ones that are stopping by and your honest thoughts on the show or your thoughts here, and especially on an episode and video like this. Your prediction for the pay-per-view that's coming up in this video and in this moment, it's Money in the Bank. And I love Money in the Bank. And I was talking about earlier, it's one of my favorite pay-per-views. It definitely has passed Survivor Series and should be a main 4. And Survivor Series should be 5th in the main 5 for pay-per-views. I don't think it ever passed Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Nope, sorry. But it is great. I love Money in the Bank. Then again, I also am that one that loves multi-men, multi-women title matches, right? I enjoyed those, the ECW Championship Scramble match, or the hardcore rules of the old days, 24/7, in a sense, hardcore title rules. Not as much the 24/7 title here now, but back then with the hardcore championship. Just of the intrigue and unknown and fun and whatever, of how a match could go. I mean, as an insider, you kind of might have an idea who you think's going to win, or who you want to win, or who you think the company will go with, as I always do with my own predictions here, and anybody would predicting, but still, the intrigue is there. And I love it. All right, so let's actually get to the show. Let's actually talk about the show. And we'll start with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Rey and Dominic Mysterio, defending against the Usos in the pre-show. The Usos get a title match. Even though one of them got arrested again for DUI. Okay. They might still be getting that title match, but they're not going to be winning it. Sorry. Anyways, but for me, I'm going with Rey and Dominic to retain their SmackDown Tag Team titles, and then moving forward from there in regards to them and their stuff there. Certainly will be interesting. I certainly look forward to seeing how all that goes down, but I'm going with them to retain. The Raw Tag Team Championships will be on the line with the champions AJ Styles and Omos, who I've been impressed with actually since their debut on the main roster, paired up with AJ Styles. All right. They made it work. Facing up against the Viking Raiders, I do think AJ and Omos is going to win and retain, but I think it's going to be a close battle. The Viking Raiders themselves kind of just returned shortly thereafter. And as we saw from SmackDown, superstars coming back, whether in dark matches, meaning matches before the show, but in dark matches, or, on the show actually, on the show proper itself, that, yeah, some of these superstars have been waiting to be able to be back in front of crowds to be back. Now, I don't know, some fans may think that's selfish or lazy or whatever of them, but that's their choice, man. If they want to do that, they want to do that. It's unfortunate that some had to lose their jobs here in those cuts before we got back to the fans. But them the breaks. unless they're bringing back most of them here after the fans come back and they make money again with ticket sales and otherwise. And that's not a greedy thing, that's just a business thing. But we'll see how things go in that regard. It should be interesting. How that all goes. But it's gonna be fun. The Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley facing off against Charlotte Flair. Yeah. I really should go with Rhea, but I just really like Charlotte more. So whether I should or not, I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair to win. She probably won't, but I'm gonna go with that. Charlotte to win, new Raw Women's Champion. Have a title change actually happen on the pay-per-view. Then again, this Money in the Bank could be in play there, just as much as Mr. Money in the Bank for the Universal and WWE Championship matches. The SmackDown Women's Champion isn't defending her title at the pay-per-view. She defended it on the first live show there in Houston this past Friday, 2 days ago, in Texas. Oh, and also SummerSlam is going to be in Las Vegas, so that's cool too. In its own right. But anyways, yeah. But as of right now, we're going with that. And as we just talked about the Raw Women's title and kind of talking about the SmackDown Women's Champion, who did successfully defend against Carmella on SmackDown pretty easily. I mean, Carmella put in some shots. Let's go to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match with these beautiful chicas. And muy bonita chicas. So very hot. Indeed. But especially if you see their Instagrams. But also all very talented women there in WWE. We got Zelina Vega, who came back, surprisingly. Okay. Didn't think that would be happening, let alone this quickly. Like, I thought it'd be like years down the line. Maybe they patch things up. Because, Triple H is better than Vince in that regard and patching things up with former superstars. Okay. Asuka. Alexa Bliss. Naomi. Nikki Cross. The superhero gimmick, which is interesting. Channeling in her inner Mighty Molly. And Liv Morgan. Yeah, for my money, Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan could see doing many things together any day. And then we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions both to be in this match. I was making the joke, during a match on SmackDown, not on Twitter, just to myself, because I do talk to myself when I'm watching TV sometimes. Sorry, that's how I am. Anyways, I was talking to myself and I was like, so they're both in the Money in the Bank ladder match, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match to become Miss Money in the Bank. And it's for that contract. It's not a 4-way or 5-way, tag team title opportunity battle. The tag team titles on the line. No, their tag team titles, are not on the line. Though it does look like the newcomers of Shotzi and who moves also very nice. Many ways. It might be the next contenders. But anyways, the point of the story is that they'll be technically battling each other beyond everybody else to win this briefcase. They will have to fight each other. A little friendly warfare. Natalya and Tamina. So. But anyways, in regards to a winner, the tag team champions kind of themselves out. Zelina Vega is so not like new in the company, but new in terms of coming back and didn't think she would and all that. Asuka, I don't know quite what exactly they're doing there. Naomi just got Bonnie there to have there. She's good and talented, but Alexa Bliss already won it. Nikki Cross really gaining fanfare, but you know who I really want to win? And I'm sorry, I'm going with my head over, or my heart over my head in this one, but I'm going to go and officially predict, just like I did for Charlotte Flair winning the title earlier here in this episode. I'm going with Liv Morgan. Nice, beautiful, sassy, awesome Liv Morgan. Curvy Liv Morgan there to win and become Miss Money in Los Bank. Los Bancos. But in Del Bank. Bancos. So, certainly look forward to all that, that's for sure. But all in all, shall be fun. Shall be fun there. So I'm going with her. And then heading into the men's Money in the Bank, we got Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, the Bro, Matt Riddle, Morrison, Big E, Nakamura, Rollins, and Ricochet. So we can take out Owens. McIntyre is something with Jinder now for hopefully a longer feud. Morrison, no. Ricochet, maybe. Nakamura and Rollins, former champions themselves. And Rollins, the former Money in the Bank briefcase holder who was holding the briefcase at the end of SmackDown, or at least, yeah. Oh, yeah, at the end of SmackDown. So, no go for him. You know, as we've learned as wrestling fans of how things work in the booking world, booking matches and booking feuds, storylines, which is fine. I'm not degrading it. It's just what it is. You know, they do it for a reason. I think it comes down to Matt Riddle or Big E, to be quite honest. Sorry, I really wanted to go with Ricochet, but just as much as I really would have loved to see another person win before Brock Lesnar came out and won the briefcase, but that's just how that was booked. I'm going with my heart over my head with all of these because why not? This is for fun, and this is kind of my predictions, what I want and or think is going to happen. So I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle getting the win, winning it for Randy Orton for the RK Bros. RK Bro. So I'm going with Riddle for the win for that. Then I have Bobby Lashley defeating Kofi Kingston and retaining his WWE Championship, and Roman Reigns retaining against Edge in the Universal Championship. I just don't see that changing hands at any time soon either. But either way, sorry, just getting that done. But no, it's certainly going to be an interesting show. And like I said, I was just getting some other stuff done. It certainly would be interesting to see how that all to work out. But yeah. All right, hold on a moment here. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get the my computer will log or load here any faster. But yeah. But yeah, as I wait for him to be able to find that and get on here on the show. I think I sent him the wrong thing the first time. I sent him just the show to watch link instead of the actual join through StreamYard link. I realized that when I went back to the Discord app. I was like, oh yeah, I sent that one instead of I sent the actual just show to watch and to be on. My bad. But hopefully that link works for him and he's able to get on, and we'd love to have him on the show and get his thoughts on Money in the Bank, on fans being back, on all that, and get his official prediction for the whole entire show and how he thinks things are gonna pan out, especially the men and women's Money in the Bank. Right? I talked about how I see reasons why some of them will be eliminated from contention in my mind's eye. Well, let's see and find out his and just go from there. I think it's going to be a very interesting show. That's for sure. Hello.
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
good.
What are your
Hey,
thoughts? Hey, what are your thoughts heading into Money in the Bank? You excited?
I'm excited.
I think it's certainly going to be interesting in regards to having fans back and all
Yeah.
that and otherwise. But I know I already went through down the line in regards to predicting the matches, so I'll just throw each one out to you to get your official predictions here on record here on the show. And starting with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match on the pre-show, Ray and Dominic against the Usos. Who do you see getting the win there?
The big, um, I think the Mysterios.
Okay. There we are. The Raw Tag Team Championships, AJ Styles and Omos against the Viking Raiders. Who do you have in regards to that championship match?
AJ Styles with Homos.
Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, not Ray, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. They're in that battle. I went with Charlotte to become the champion, but what say you? How do you see the Raw Women's Championship match going?
Uh, Rhea Ripley.
All right. And then for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, do you have a prediction or do you need me to share who all is in it?
Uh, um, I think I would see Liv Morgan win it.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly where I was going with Liv getting the win there with Morgan. And then on the men's side, who do you see winning and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank?
Uh, Biggie.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about Big E. My official prediction here on the show was going for Riddle for RKO Bros and doing it for Randy and all that storyline. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was um, Big E in the end. Anyways, Universal title match. Roman Reigns versus Edge 1-on-1. How do you see that one going down?
Um, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that makes most sense where I went as well. And finally, last but certainly not least, the WWE Championship match: Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. I was talking about earlier. I predicted Bobby Lashley in a quick win, kind of echoing what Brock did to Kofi on that SmackDown, the first SmackDown on Fox. So we'll see what happens here. But what say you? Who do you see winning this match?
Although I would like to see Kofi Kingston win, I think Bobby Lashley will actually win the match. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree there. I mean, certainly it's gonna be an interesting match either way, whether it's a short match, long match, whatever. I just looking forward to it there with Bobby and Kofi battling it out, their history and otherwise. So that certainly be interesting. But no, thank you for sharing your thoughts and your predictions there, especially with the preview of matches. For me, I always enjoy Money in the Bank. So before I let you go and let you enjoy the rest of your day, anything else you wish to share, say, or otherwise? Okay, okay. Well, either way, thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to have you on in the future and talking more WWE.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Take care, man.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess you had to go, but I'll I certainly did enjoy having him on. It was nice, but I definitely also look forward to many other things. But anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your day. I had to get out of here. This was a lot longer. I'm not actually used to having 1 hour episodes or close to it. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, as you will see here if you're watching archived, a little under 45 minutes. But still, love the fact that for once in a show, especially one that will be seen by a lot of people on my new network. Hello guys, if you are still watching. Bonita chicas y muy guapo amigos. Right? I can say for both sexes. Because all people are beautiful and handsome, whether you're taken or not. It just means you're less available. And I mean it all in kind and respectful way. Excuse me. But I do look forward to talking to them and hearing their thoughts on this show episode in DMs privately or in the group chats that we're part of. And we'll go from there. And like everybody else, have a blessed day. Enjoy the weather in your area. It's nice and partly cloudy here at the high of 64 degrees. I like the temperature. I'm one that likes the cooler temps. That's just me. I also love puzzles and mathematics. So there you go. Trust me, I do. YouTube. I'm on YouTube a lot watching stuff. And above all else, as always, take care.